Alrighty, my friends, hello, welcome back, and thank you for joining me. I am, as always, your host, Ramedy. Yeah, as you see, I did little bit work while you were sleeping while I was off of the camera. Maybe you weren't sleeping, maybe you was getting bite to eat, watching the show a little bit, perhaps you was partying, who knows. But yeah, you see, we do little bit work. I have some ramps right here. We're going to lead in to a little hallway that's going to run right here. And yeah, as you see on that hallway, what we has here is a little bit of refinery action going on. I think it looks like we have some refineries that we can build. So yeah, I think we're going to continue with this action right here, with this refinery action. Seems like a good idea to me. So we just we get right to it, and we just go get more of refinery. I think is what we do. We need to spin this guy around just a little bit. It look like not quite that much. I didn't, I guess I suppose it doesn't actually matter which way the refineries go. Maybe if I spin this guy, no, not like that. We try this, maybe this way. Is this the right way here, you think? That look better to me. That look more right. Okay, so here we go. So here's, you see we has one refinery already. So here we go with if I could make this thing fit, oh my goodness, there we go, I pop out to this. So there's refinery 2, and now refinery 3, and now a refinery 4. So, yeah, so we built, it looked like, you know, a lot of refinery right in here. And then it looked like if I understand what has gone on here quite right, then we're going to want to put the conveyors right here. And then we want the tubes. We want the tubes to go just like that. So so yeah, we come back here. We hop into the little builder guy, and we hope that I has plenty of the parts here, so that we can go ahead and just weld this guy together. Look like so far we do okay. I can bet I could be. No, I don't think I can quite get those guys up here, so we just do this right like that, I suppose. There we go, not too shabby. And now we come up here, I think we catch all of this stuff right here. Yeah, so this so far I like. Yeah, so this so far. So you see what we're going to have here in middle of the ship. It looks like we're going to have the little production. Oh my God, no! Oh no! Oh no! What did I tell you all? What did I tell you? I told you that if you hop out of your ship, if you hop out of your ship with the welders on, I told you that what happened. I told you that you die. I don't know why I'm floating off quite like that. So let's see. I need to get in here now so I don't die inside the ship. We turn the welders off. And I tell you what, I hop out of here. We go access into my bodies. And get the things out of my bodies there. Okay, so there we go. And now since we no longer needed this guy, we just kind of shove him out of the way. We just kind of pushed my old body out the way. There you go, floating off in that direction. See you later. Bye bye. Bye bye, me dead. Oh boy, oh boy, yes, so yeah. But yeah, so here we go then. So we have this little production area, as you can see. So yeah, I think this looks fine. And from here, I don't. We need to connect into the conveyor system. Quite obviously, I don't quite know how I want to do that just yet, but that's okay. So what we really want to now, we want to go, and I think that we want to get the assemblers. Is what we are interested in. So let's. We used a dark color for the other one, so we use a dark color for this one here too, I think. Now the assembler is only going to have two of the doors here. So let's see if we can rotate him the right way. So there we has the and then is there a door on the bottom of this guy then? Is there a door down here? There is a door down there, okay. So yeah, we put the assemblers just in a little line. Right there, I think we just do that. And this in here is going to be easy part for the conveyors. This be the easy part for the conveyors. I can just come down here underneath of these guys and just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that, really. And then in terms of the pipes here, I can just take this pipe guy, and I can just connect him here and connect him in just like that. So there we go. Conveyor system done for the assemblers. Now let's come over here and not die this time. Not dying bad. Yeah, so here we go. Let's just swing around to the back of these assemblers, and let's go ahead and just get this guy going. And while they make, I get some coffee. Mini component for the assemblers there. Mini component for the assembler. Okay then, okay. So here we go. Look, so far so good. So far so good. Let's come over here. And let's just nosy on up to these guys here. Let's just make those couple guys. And now, I tell you what, we'll leave this guy here kind of on the bottom for the moment because I needs to put in the flooring. And that easy thing to do here, I think, easy thing to do. So we go and we get kind of this lighter gray. And yeah, so here's the floors. So I need to go over here and get this guy out. So here's the floors that we want. I think that is, yes, so this is right. So here we go. We just, obviously we need to come all the way out here to those guys. So we just come out kind of like that, I think, is how we do this. So there we go. So there's our floors. Now, what do we want to do in terms of the ceiling? What do we want to do in terms of the ceiling? So all these assemblers, then, they are now hooked in, I think, to the conveyor system. They are all connected. And maybe here across the top, what we do is we do something kind of like this, then, and we maybe get the piping from right there. And yeah, I think that kind of looks okay. So let's come on down in here. Let's turn this guy on then. Let's just have a nosy on up to these guys. And let's get them to build. Oh, they're not quite done over here. There we go. So as I had talked a little bit earlier, I don't always build the prettiest of the ships. You know, I've been looking a little bit on the YouTubes and also a little bit in the Steam community. There are some amazing builds out there. Quite unfortunately, much like how I play Minecraft, my things tend to be, I think, fairly functional, but they're just not always all that pretty. So, you know, if you're playing, maybe if you're watching my videos, you know, first off, I thank you for watching me. But maybe you make prettier things than I do. That would certainly be pretty cool. I certainly believe that you can make prettier things than I can. It's just not. I guess it's just not the way I play the games. I suppose I just kind of make the useful things. I guess is really kind of what I end up doing. So. Which is not always bad thing, I suppose. That's not always bad thing, so. Okay, well, I tell you what here. I tell you what we do is we're going to come over here and we're going to, I think, finish up the ceilings a little bit, and then we're going to put on some more of the solar panels, because that's kind of what I really want to get going on under here. So this guy, and really to an extent, now this piece, you don't see that piece from the exterior. So we're going to take him away, just because you can see around the large containers there, and I want to be able to see the nice pieces, not the ugly armor pieces. So I think we go ahead and we build this ceiling just like this. Now for these guys here, there's going to be something we do here, and maybe no, I tell you what, we finish this first. We do this first. Yeah, this good idea, this good plan. Let's go finish these guys. So let's nosy on up to them. Let's nosy on up to these guys right here. There we go. Maybe. There we goes. So we let them build. I have to be careful about how I kind of fit through this area right here. I don't want to break into any of the pieces, which looks like I did okay and kind of pushed myself through theirs. Now to this right here. Let's go here and build these guys. Yeah, good. Okay, now I'm going to need some of the grids. I think I'm going to need some of the metal grids. So we come, let's say we take 100 of those guys. I have some of the pieces that are left in here. We get rid of that. I need, it looks like, some more of the interior plate. So I take 100 of those guys. I tell you what, I put the motors away, but I do want some of these small tubes. So let's go get 88 of those guys. So I have a nice even 100. And now let's come down to the insides, the insidey parts in here, where now all of a sudden is dark. Remember the interior lights? We was using the black for the interior lights. So let's get these guys. Now for the hallways here, I think, what you think for hallway? What you think for this hallways here? You think we want to do this like this? I think lots of light is good thing. Unlike the Minecrafts, no monsters going to spawn in here. But I like the ability to see, so we do this, I think. So let's just go ahead and build these guys real quick. So there's our lights, there's our lights, there's our lights. Only single construction component for these guys. It doesn't seem like they require a whole lot of energy output, energy inputs, sorry. So yeah, we just light the hallway up here just a little bit, since this is kind of on the interior, the bowels of the ship. There we go, like that. And now we come over here, we keep going with a couple more of these lights, I guess. 4 more of these lights doesn't seem too bad, right? We can afford that. 4 more construction components. Kind of makes you wonder what the construction component actually made out of, though. You know, a little bit worried, so. Okay, so yeah, there we go. We have some of the lighting, obviously, in here. We're going to need more of the lighting, which I will do in a moment. But first, what we want is we actually want to go get, this guy right here, the steel catwalk, is what we want. So we come get the steel catwalk, that plate. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use it to cover up. We're going to use the catwalk to cover up what we did up here. There we go. So there's our catwalk, there's our catwalk. Hopefully I has all the components we need to build this, guys. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. So, yeah, that's what we do. You know, it's not all that pretty. It's kind of noticeable, but that's what we do to go ahead and hide what we're doing up above it there. You know what? I tell you what, we do a couple lights right now. We do a couple lights. And I talk with you for a minute about something I'm very excited about. This Thursday, the 19th of February, 2015, this Thursday, we're going to have the release of the Medieval Engineers, second engineering game by the guys that made the Space Engineers. I'm pretty excited about that. Plan on getting the game. We'll take a little nosy around in it, I think. We go play a little bit. I don't know quite what to expect out of it yet. I've watched a couple videos. Obviously going to be a lot of building, obviously going to be a lot of blowing the things up, you know, so yeah, it should be kind of interesting game, I think. It should be kind of fun. And something that I want to make you aware of here too is I actually had a couple requests, and I'm very flattered by this, couple requests to host a server. My computer not powerful enough to do that for lots of peoples. So, looking at maybe building new computer, we can do that later on though, not really what I want to talk about in this episode anyhow. But we look at maybe doing that later on. We look at maybe setting up a server. And I tell you what, since we may be a little unsure if we're going to continue with the space engineers, obviously I'm going to keep playing this world right here. I do this tutorial till I am satisfied with it, so it's not just going to cold turkey stop playing the game. Don't worry about that. We're still going to have involvement here in the space engineers, but you know, maybe some time devoted over to the medieval engineers here in the near future. We still see how that works. We see how demanding the game is. I don't know if I like them lights underground, but we're going to leave them for right now. We leave them there for right now. So anyway, I don't know how demanding the medieval engineers game going to end up being. Hopefully it's not too demanding, but maybe we think about server for that, because you know, it's no fun to build things unless they can be blown up by your friends, and certainly I'd like to have some people blowing my things up in the game as well. So we look at that later on. Okay, so now the interior stuff here is done. So let's go back to the solar panels that we was doing a little bit ago. Let's go ahead and get these guys to lay down. Let's get the rotation on them like this. I did not realize these were quite so long, so these are going to butt up, it looks like, against the engines, which ultimately is okay thing. That's not a big deal. Where is my builder ship at? There is my builder ship right here. So let's go get into this guy then. Let's go get into him, and let's come over here and let's just finish what we's doing with these solar panels right here then. And we build this guy. Now down here, I tell you, we do 2 in 1. There we go, that's good work. Yeah, that's good work. I like that. So he has number of the solar panels here on this side now. Obviously, this is going to be the glass side. What we need to do, I think, at this stage now is I need to get in some of the batteries, I think. We don't quite have enough of the batteries in this ship, so let's find a nice place to hide them. And to be honest with you, a good place to hide many of the batteries is going to be right back here on back of the assemblers. So do I have batteries on my bar anywhere? Not convinced that I do have that. So let's go in here. We gets the battery. And we just go ahead. We put them here, I think, on the back of the assemblers. Maybe like that. Tell you what, we do 8 of the batteries here. We do 8 of these things. And now I'm interested. I don't know if I put the power cells into this guy or not. We might have to go dock briefly to get power. I have 781 power cell. We see how far that gets me on batteries here. So let's just take a little nosy on up to these guys and we see how we do. Look like so far so good. I don't think 781 going to cover all of the batteries, but we shall find out here. I'm going to guess that we ran out. Yeah, we ran out of the things, and really when I look up here, we're doing pretty good on resources, kind of across the board. We really are looking in pretty good shape. So to finish these 2 battery guys, let's go down over here. I tell you, we spin around. Let's just go dock real quick. And I think I overshot him. I did overshoot him just a little bit. So now I'm off to the side as well. There we go. Okay, so hook in then. So let's see here. Let's get the remainder of these battery cells. Let's get some more of the power. Do I have any more of the power? I don't have any more of the power cells. Okay, so that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. We're going to need more of the power cells in the futures. Let's see what we have in the production. So pretty much just lots of the plates and everything looking pretty good. This guy going to be the first one done here, look like. So let's get in here. Let's get some of the power cells made. Let's Say we make 64 power cells per place. Let's say we make 2,500 of those guys for the right now. Lots of the silicons is going to be needed. I know I have lots of the silicons. Yeah, I'm looking in good shape on the resources for the right now anyway. And it has more of the silicons on the way. Yeah, so that's pretty good shape so far. Pretty good shape. So tell you what, let's go ahead. Let's do little organization. Then I need to get these plates up into here. 30,000 of those guys. We has looks like some of the glass. We also looks like has some of the construction components. Can move down only 17 of the components there, 3 of the components there. So yeah, that looks like it's about it for right now. So I tell you what, okay, I think that's probably enough. Probably enough for at least one of the episode. So starting to look like ship over here. Starting to look like real ship. This, of course, is the problem is this thing here on the front. We need to get all of these drills done. And then, of course, we actually have 2 more of the layers to do here on the front of this guy. So I tell you what, I do this real quick here. I finish up building all of these drills here on the front of our guy, so he's going to be actually be operational. And then I come back to you here and we do another episode. So I see you in just a moment then.